Ta-da! We have light. It's a light live stream. Good. Okay. Um, yeah, feels like a long time ago. It's only like 10 days rather than 7 days. But I guess I like my routines more than I care to admit. And well, first thing we do on these live streams is go through what goals I set last week. So I set the goal of NW10 2J to RJ. 10 to yeah. So yeah, NW10 to RJ. Okay, let's have a look. Where did I get to with that one? Yeah, this one. Where did I do that one? Basically, the agent was like, "Yeah, happy to sort of introduce the assisted sale concept to the vendor." But what happens in probably 50 to 75% of the cases is they just say, "No, that's not something you're interested in." Um, Honestly, apparently they're getting offers around 1.5 million for this. Where like the absolute mint standard of this type of property. I mean, there were three comparables on the same street. There was the main one from last week. You can kind of see over there what next door's done. But that went for 1.9, 1.95 maybe. But a couple of years ago, today's market is so 250 maybe 300 grand needs to be spent to get it absolutely in that mint condition. Well, if you're spending 1.6, that's impossible. If you're spending 1.5, maybe. That's what I said to them. But somehow people are purchasing for 1.5, paying like 150 grand stamp duty, and then, well, yeah, we'll leave them to it. We'll leave them to it, yeah? Because, that's just their, their loss in a way. Their decision. It's their right. It's their right, their loss, whatever you want to say. NW11 8NG. I rather suspect I haven't done this goal because I've rather forgotten about, just completely forgotten about. So, I still had 3 days at my job in this week, so it was 11, 8. Okay, yes, it was all there. And W11. I don't remember this property, but maybe something. Today we're going to try and clean up the pipeline and get through stuff. Okay, I literally, I don't know, I can't see this one. NW11 AMG. Okay, let's look it up now. Let's look it up now. If you don't know, this is the search feature of Property Engine. So I've written down for myself that this week I was supposed to track NW11 ANG, but I've now sort of forgotten that property. So let's have a look. In that exact postcode, it's saying there's nothing. Alright, well, let's go sort of 0.25 miles. Let's have a look if any of these ring any bells. I don't know. So that's quite a lot. So I should probably filter. I don't remember anything sort of above a million or below, or much above a million, or below 500 much. So we're gonna just take that up here. 50, yeah, sure, and then a million, yeah, sure. See if I remember anything from last week. I don't know, honestly. And I don't look at flats, so let's just make it houses only. That is still loading. That is still loading. No, I don't. NW11 8NG. No, okay, whatever. Maybe bad organisation on my part. I've lost that. I've lost that lead. I've lost that lead. Excuse me. Well, never mind. There were other goals. Finish Property Engine emails. No, I didn't do that. But today we're going to clean up the pipeline. I've got enough kind of in the pipeline at the moment. But there might be stuff that's just honestly irrelevant. So we're going to clean it up. And you're going to see my process in doing that. Reduce property engine default comparables to 0.5 miles. I did do this. So, for example, you go on a property here, and the default setting is to have comparables looking at a 1 mile radius and looking at 2 years. Now I've changed it, as you can see here, 12 months and 0.5 miles. I prefer it this way. It is Dealers Club criteria, and to be honest, it's the criteria that I really want to look at if I were investing myself. So you can see here there are 5 comparables, and they're all in a very similar area to this property. And yeah, so we didn't done that, but 2 of them weren't done, and we did negotiate an NW10. Didn't work out. NW11, don't know about that one, and the property engine emails. Well, maybe if I can clean up the pipeline today, we'll get to that. Okay. So here we go. This one I went to view. I might pop this. Might put this over it. Yeah. The view's been booked. So cool. That'll always be. Right, so we'll just head down from the top to the bottom, I suppose. Let's just reload. We've taken that one out because we now booked the viewing. Alright, so this one, I think I sent a direct to vendor letter. It's one of those. I'm still not sure whether to do direct to vendor letters. I don't have the time. But I do believe Property Engine are working on a way to automate it a bit more. Because it's very time consuming, and I don't know, it requires quite a lot of patience to do a direct to vendor letter, because it's like, I have no idea if they've even seen the letter. I don't know if they would like to respond to it, if they will respond to it. Whereas you call an agent, it's like you got the response. I kind of just prefer it. Like, meeting a vendor in person, I've now done that. That was good. That was good. Like a genuine heart-to-heart conversation, but so maybe if my directive and the letters can get to that stage, but I've got to that stage through an agent. Anyway, should we look at the property in front of us? So what happened with this one is I was following it because it just refused to sell, and it was listed for rent and to sell. And I think they've now decided to rent. They've started renting it out. Let's see. Let's see on Rightmove whether it's it just is removed. But yeah, I believe they managed to rent it, so it's like it's currently being let. I think they're happy with that. Let me just check. Was that? Oh, that was Facebook. I can take that off. That's sort of distracting us, isn't it? What was I going to check? I'm just going to check whether, because I do remember speaking to the agent, what he said. Asked why it's removed. It's now tenanted. Similar one at the same time. Yeah, I think we kind of lost this one a little bit. It's now tenanted. They did want to sell it, but they're happy with it being tenanted. It's one of those, when they're looking to sell and they're looking for a tenant, and potentially you can offer a lease option where you take control of the management of the tenancy, and offer them a purchase price of, let's say, 2 million, but you complete on that in 5 years' time. And the issue is, if I send a direct to vendor letter now, the tenant's going to pick that up. So yeah, I think I'll let this one go for now. Yeah, tenants can pick up and be like, this letter, it's like, speaking to the vendor. I'm a tenant right now. If I get those letters, I'll try and be good and take a picture of them for them, I guess. But I don't know if there's any hint, because the letter will say like I'm an investor, blah blah blah. The tenant might think I'm gonna get kicked out or something. Um, or do I just say on the letter, your tenant shall stay in place, blah 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 blah. I'll leave it for now because it's been a couple of months let out, and I think they're unlikely to change their mind. They might relist it, but let's remove it for now. Okay, so we're declustering our pipeline today. Who's on board? Oh, I need to. I thought you looked happy. Yeah, of course. Oh, there's another Fontaine post. We rent this property behind us from a football player. We then put it on Airbnb and Booking.com. Yeah, it must be one of their repeat clients, a football player. Cool, nice one, chaps. Do I want to put... Yeah, I might want to put this on my... Okay, let's try this. Now I'm going to answer create a focus question in my doing analysis live stream straight away. Okay. Right. On to the next one then. Oh, yeah, and I want to be on the chat so I can see if anyone has any questions. Okay, so the next one, a lot of removed ones. So it's like, yeah, it's time to declutter here, isn't it? So this was removed. No longer on the market. Removed. Okay, so I couldn't find out why it was removed. Sold subject to contract. Okay, so it's been sold. So, you know, if it comes back on the market, I'll probably get a little look in. Because not because I'll instantly know, but Property Engine will tell me. Okay, bye bye. It's quite satisfying. It's like clearing email junk. You can probably watch this as you're winding down from work. Someone else clearing junk. That's cool, isn't it? So this one, I got quite close in the negotiations with this one. See current listing on the market. Sold subject to contract. Yeah, so basically the agent I was talking to said, you know, I've lost faith in this vendor. He's probably gonna reject this offer as well, but no, apparently not. The vendor keeps flip-flopping, might fall through, whatever. But yeah, at 850 was interesting, at 950 not so much. So I think I offered something like 925 in the end, because it did sort of just about work. Because there's nothing structural here really. But sold subject to contract again, like if it falls back through. Hopefully they'll reach out to me because I did have a bit of a conversation with that guy. This one with 4 photos. Auction one. I think it didn't go through auction. There's another listing. With a guide of 655. No longer on the market. So yeah, we had that auction 11th of December. It's definitely been sat in my pipeline for a while. It's been removed. I suppose 67975k end value. So there's something in it, but you got to be aware of guide prices. They drop it in order to get a bidding war going on. And is it worth asking? Oh, it says sensitive isn't why removed. I guess I did, and then it's kind of a case of sending a letter. Alright, why don't I keep it in my pipeline? If I do consider sending letters. I'm not sure with sending letters, it's just I don't know. If you do letters, and you have success, letters, what we're on about letters. If you do them, you have success with them, let me know, right? Let me know. And any tips on them, because there is a nice way of doing letters inside the property engine. Not writing or typing anything, of course not writing. Get your quill out, don't spill the ink. Yeah, there is a way of doing it. Okay, this one, bloody hell, still on the market. I think I do need to help, because I had a conversation with this estate agent. Yeah. Aaron Aston. I think he's lost faith in me, this guy. I do need to call him about another one, but there's a work with me Wednesday deal 2 weeks ago. Still, please help me with it, because it might benefit him to hear a fresh voice, because, I followed up with it, and it's like, I don't know, he's just gone cold on me. So, I'll try and follow up with Aaron again, because so comp's 930, and it's a negative equity property, so it's a case of, well, they need to sell and try and get out of debt. I mean, that is what first caught my eye when the comparable say like 1.2 or something, but when you actually look into it, it's not quite that great. I suppose if I turn on save comparables, we have one at 870, so another one at 800. Try and see if there's any others this side. That's 900. I seem to think 930. Well, that's not realistic. It's too big. Different type of property. This one. Yeah, this one suggests, when it's refurbished nicely. Yeah, different type of property, but nicely refurbished job can get to over $1 million, and that is probably just a bit unrealistic out our area. So I think that's why I was I took the 1.1 million one, and then I took the 800s and 900s, and it's like it could probably achieve just over 900 in its current state. It's not in a bad state. It's just nothing like amazing, but it's already had, the conversion. I suppose you could do this slightly better, this extension, rear ground floor extension slightly better, but the main idea of it would be to, you do a little bit of refurbishment. Maybe get it for 900. In fact, let me open up. No, I won't actually. I made a lot of changes through recent discoveries about these options to my analyzers, and my analyzer's kind of not there on it. So I need to run it through my new PLO analyzer. Let me know if you want to see these analyzers, you want to run them yourselves. Sister Sale we're pretty confident with, it's in the Dealers Club. I've got my analyzer in there. The PLO one, I'm looking for people to test it, basically. If it's genuinely good, then I'll start charging for it. It's really, really good one. But I need testers, so you can have it free for now. Test it. I do think I'm on the right tracks with it though, definitely. Yeah, but I need to run this from through my updated pillar analyzer, so I'll keep it in. I'll keep it for now. This one's been sold subject contract for a while. Obviously it was a good price. I just don't think I sounded convincing enough to the agent. I considered a lot of things, how to convert it into flats. I just think doing a flat conversion on an assisted sale basis, that's just not, and that's what I learned from this property. It's just not the right approach. Low cash offer has taken it, and they're looking to just flip it, I think. Because the estate agent was like, don't convert it into flats, mate. I think it's some sort of conservation area. So yeah, let's remove this one. Move on to the next. All right, this one. Yeah, I had the estate agent forwarded it onto the vendor, and it's one of them. I said 50 to 75% of the case it's a no. This one was a like, maybe, but I want to get a cash offer. I want to wait, still wait for cash offer. They're not quite desperate enough to sell yet. And I think in a month or two's time, I can just go, look, let me get you your price. I genuinely don't think I can offer him that, but because the comparables are, what did we say? Oh, should we look at them again? So I'll have it noted down. But yeah, around 1.8. It's a property that I haven't shown you inside now, but essentially, it's lovely. It just needs a new kitchen and 2 new bathrooms. So it needs about, depending on your standard, 50 to 60, 70k on it, and just because it's a lovely house, it deserves nice ones. And get it back on the market, and let's see. So 164 meters. Well, doesn't compare well to that one, but that is a terrace property, so I don't think that's fair. This one is obviously just bloody gorgeous. I think, is that comparable? I think it's too big, to be honest. And then, what can you do? This one, is that a semi, or is it? It's kind of attached, isn't it? It's quite, yeah, modern, but okay. Yeah, comparables are tough. Do I even keep it in my pipeline? I suppose I've started something, so I ought to finish. I can't remember why did I ever start on this then if there are no comparables? It might be that they've slipped out of the 12 months range, they've gone now into the 2 years range. Yeah. So where would my comparables be? I think that's about right for a comparable. Again, just 1.71. And it's gorgeous. I mean, that suggests I need to get the other one for like 1.5. And it's on for 1.695. These vendors that just, they have their price and they don't want to give it up despite sense. This one again. It's 1.7. I don't think that's refurbished. Oh, it is. Yeah, I think this vendor wants 1.695. It's actually crazy. I know his garden is bigger, whatever, but I mean, it's not a good look if blokes are always shouting about the size of their garden. You know, we know that. Life experience. Not attractive, fellas. Yeah, not the best comparables. I think I want to know when this has been reduced. Like, I want to know when they've started to realise. I mean, it was on. Because, like, for goodness sake, it was on for 1.825. Like, are they crazy? Or is the particular suburban area that this one is in elevating the value artificially? I forgot, yeah, it needs to use floors as well. Or, I think, or you just polish them, I don't know. But yeah, it's this, like, alpine ceiling things. But I don't think there's major issues on the walls, things. No, it's not nice, fine. Not a problem, is it? Lovely. But yeah, redo that. Redo that. Redo that. And again, the wooden thing. Redo that. There's quite a few. Two bathrooms, maybe one toilet. Just yeah, sort of what 50 to 70 on it. If yeah, the vendor understands what I was saying, but it's like right. This was a work with you Wednesday deal, because I don't know what to do with it. So I just don't know what to do with it. It's had a listing with one agent. It's LEG, and then I don't know, saying some bollocks. He gave me some comparable about an 8-bed go for 1.6 million. I was like, Jesus, let me give up on this. It's yeah, it's drab and dreary and it needs everything doing, and it's got this granny annex thing, which he said was, planning permission. I asked about sort of building sign off paperwork. He said planning permission. It's like, okay. Anyway, yeah, with the other agent, it was looking at 1.2. I was like, what are you doing? So look, it's like, what is the plan? Because it's got this granny annex thing. It's like, do you just like absolute go for it, like hell for leather, like we go out that way? There is there the demand to absolutely revamp this property for 200 grand and get it back on the market for 1.5. Well, let's see. Not many comparables. Right. Now this is reminding me something of what Rory said the other day, which is that a train track can split towns in half. So you've got Hendon Central here, and we're that side of Hendon Central. On the other side, we've got £2.15 million property. Okay, yeah, it's bigger, but my god, that's cool, isn't it? That's a good one. Yeah, that's a comparable, right? But is it because you're this side of the train track to St Mary and St John's Primary School? Catholic. I'm falling asleep in this live stream. Before my audience, that'll make a change. But this is the closest comparable at the end of the day. And it's gone for 925, and what was the condition? Yeah, like better than this one. Yeah, I think it's just really shit listing. I think this needs to be reduced, and I'm gonna follow up when it is reduced. But apparently, like, as somebody who's in, what was it? Oh yeah, the vendors in Israel, so they're kind of preoccupied. They're kind of, yeah, obviously they'd like to get their cash offer as soon as possible, but they're not revving up for it. Right, this one. I didn't have a timer on my live stream. No, here's my timer. My girlfriend's coming back from work, so when she gets through the door, I'll basically call it a day. That's my time. I think she's going to get back in sort of 20, 25 minutes. That sort of sells what I look. Let's do some property analysis in the meantime. Okay, so yeah, this one's just a tired sort of probate sale, which has had sort of nice work done at the back. To be fair, it essentially doesn't need everything going through again. It's got a nice extension. So, but then it was removed and everything, and I think I asked why. I sent a letter. Nothing happened. I'm sure. Oh yeah, so the vendor decided to remove the listing. So that's why I wanted to do a vendor letter. Because I should have more patience with them. I should do. I should send another DTV like that, right? Goals for next week. It has to be. Send the D to V letters to the right properties. Yeah, that's what we got to do at the end of the day. Is there anyone else on the stream? Is it just Paul? There's 3 concurrent viewers now, so it can't just be Paul. Reveal yourself, mysterious Elliot Sykes property watcher. Who could you possibly be? So no, I think another letter here. Let's say, look, I get your experience with the estate agent was frustrating. You couldn't get the price you wanted. Hi, I'm here. Maybe to offer like 600. I don't know. The comparables don't look great though. Comms at 723. That's what I said. 723. 723. It's gonna need to be below 600, but if they want to sell, let's see. All right, so we keep that one in the pipeline. Paul is here. Yeah, Paul's here. Paul's here. Paul's always here. Paul is a very loyal fan of Elliot Sykes property. Great guy. Yeah. Okay. So this one, yeah, it looks like there's not many pictures, but it looks like it needs everything doing. But it doesn't have plaster cracking, so you could probably just either skim it or paint it. So that saves a good 5-10 grand. And is asking 300k. And does that mean it's an auction? Can't see auction there. Yeah, so did I work out the comparables previously? I don't think I did. It's had a couple previous listings come back on the market this year. This might be the most promising thing I've seen today. In fact, let's just double check our comparables and be aware of the train track splitting the town in half, as Rory would put it. Yeah, that's the most direct comparable, and it's sold for a lot less. Needs work. And there's a little triangle saying being either a purchase, buy-to-let, transfer, or non-private individual repossession, or any other non-resident. Basically, if someone actually wants to make money, then that's what they're paying. Excuse me. It's kind of what they're paying. Alright, so we're on for 800 at the moment. This one, oh, for heaven's sake, you can't be serious. So hang on, so ours is 140 square meters. This is why estate agents, especially big ones, are annoying. Ours is 140 square meters. This one is 159, so it's bigger. Hang on, so ours is 12-minute. This is 12-minute gardens, and ours is 87. So we're on the same street. Yeah, we're on the same street. Okay. Dexter's has decided to list 800,000. We're on the same street, 52 meters away, a bigger property that has been refurbished. And I like that refurbishment. Sold for 815, only £15,000 more. So, how freaking cuckoo and delulu do you have to be to think that getting it to this standard costs, well, not 15k, we've got to make a profit. Cost maybe £10,000, make £5,000 profit. It does look like a low sale, alright, so but at the end of the day, this is a very, and probably the strongest comparable. Let's see, is there any data that we could go higher? I'm not seeing it. That's, wow, I love that fireplace thing. This, yes, because yes, this is how it used to be done. So this is a nicely done kitchen. This was sold for 545. I think everything else in the property needed doing. apart from that nice kitchen. So yeah, fair. But that's where we need to get a minute out of Avenue. I can say, look, the couple of properties that needed refurbishment, 580, 545. Let's write that down before I forget it. I think it's very fair to mention that and be like, well, why are you expecting 800k for one that needs a refurb? But yeah, I grew up with like you call it Argo or whatever, like a range cooker like that. Yeah, this is the best. This is the best. It's how to cook food. All right. Spaghetti nostalgia. Another one. Okay, that one's too small to be fair, but this one certainly wasn't. Yeah, they're not comparables, but they're just reference points of like